Well, all right, good morning, good evening, good afternoon. My brothers and sisters, ladies and gentlemen, citizens of YouTube, Pastor Dowell here. Listen, if you're watching out for the trends today, I'm not going to talk about breaking news and stuff like this. I'm going to talk about something that's going to break us if we don't start putting our minds in the right place. Listen to me. I made a video, I think it was last week, about 16 things you need to do, or you should prepare to do. Well, it should be a concern for you concerning a SHTF, Great Depression, or food crisis. I want to try to do my part this morning to contribute to something. Listen, if you notice the trend lately, if you go to the grocery store, now most men don't do grocery shopping. I mostly hear from my wife about prices and how they're going up. But there are store managers all across this land right here, and they continue to keep stating that they cannot keep up with the price changes. I mean, every time you turn around, it literally, the statement nickel and diamond, things are literally being nickeled and dimed, and they're going higher and higher and higher and higher and higher. And of course, what I try to do is to help people out. Listen, go out, just a suggestion, okay? Buy all the lighters that you can. As many as you believe that you possibly need. Buy anything cotton, such as Q-tips and cotton swabs, any type of cotton pads, feminine hygiene, because you can use that for many things. But things that you normally wouldn't think about, and you assume that they are always going to be on the shelf. You know, we all assume that toilet paper would be in abundant supply until the news media got out there and caused this crisis of toilet paper. Next thing you know, there was a toilet paper shortage, and people all of a sudden had a concern what they were going to use to wipe their ass. Well, things that you normally wouldn't think about that is important is going to be extremely important. You're going to need them just to, because these little bitty things, these items right here, you never think about. They make life very convenient, but when you don't have them, they're not really too convenient. I mean, even still to this day, we still go out and buy extra TP regardless. And we're literally trying to stack it up to the ceiling. That, paper towels, paper goods, stuff like that. We literally, truly don't believe, and we really truly don't trust the system. We don't. Excuse me. I got some in my throat. But anyway, things that you normally wouldn't even think about if you have the extra funds. And mind you, listen, don't fall into the mindset of, man, that's just too high. I can't get that right now. It's just too high. Because you go to the store next week, it's going to be even higher. And mind you, when you have all this printed money to oblivion, with the debt clock over $30 trillion. When you have all this money out there chasing all these goods and services, interest rates are rising, you're fortunate to be able to take paper money that they call assets, paper, and actually to go and buy something that has value to it. I mean, you're very fortunate to be able to do that. Start looking at it that way. Okay, I have some Federal Reserve notes in my hand, and with these Federal Reserve notes in my hand, I can do one or two things. Don't y'all listen to me. I can either go spend these Federal Reserve notes on pleasure, or I can actually spend these Federal Reserve notes on something, invest in something that's going to benefit me and my family, my homestead, my community here in the near future. You understand what I mean? Y'all getting it? It's time to It's really time. What in the world is going on? It's coughing. Anyway, it's really time to try our best to change our minds and the way that we are doing things. It really truly is. And I can't do it for you. The only thing I can do is continue to keep bringing forth information that hopefully that will impact you in your mind some way, somehow. Because again, we fall into this normalcy bias. We just automatically assume that crisis, a depression, or whatever it is, we've never experienced, so it's not going to come nigh to us. It's not going to bother us. It's not going to be a part of us. But I would not in any way, shape, fashion, or form depend on that given this environment. Look, we're in a time now that things are going from bad to worse, and it's not going to get any better. So shape your mindsets. When you go out and you see a number 10 can of green beans or peaches or something like that, yeah, they may be. They used to, you can remember in your mind, it was $3 a can. Now they're $8 a can. You better go ahead and buy it before they get $12 a can. That's the way you need to start looking at things. Because they have literally messed up. And I'm telling you, if gas gets over $10 a gallon, that's when you're going to see America protesting like they do in Ecuador. All these so-called laws that they have on the books, civilization is going to erode. People are not going to be benevolent. People are going to survive. And when you got those out there who are mentally challenged and they can't cope with everything that's going on, that's when you have people, when they have nothing to lose, they lose it. Even if they have to lose their life and take your life away from you. This is the type of environment. That's the reason why for years I've always told people, get out of the population centers. Literally get out of the population centers. And I can always find something to talk about, something to stimulate thought. But the one thing that Pastor Dowell cannot do is actually do it for you. You see, I haven't just been living this and doing this for a few years. I've been preparing for this time for decades. And every time I look, just when you think you're prepared, there's still always more to do. There's still always more to accomplish. There's more to think about. Because times change. They had an ammo shortage. Remember they had an ammo shortage? Now you can go to a gun store and buy ammo in abundance. We in the ministries of Straitway, they already know. They hear it on my Patreon channel. Don't stop buying ammo. Continue to keep buying ammo. Continue to keep buying TP and all the things that you normally wouldn't think about. Band-Aids, alcohol, witch hazel, stuff like this. Things that you wouldn't even think about. You need to go get it. Go get it and get it in abundance, because money is going to fail. And when it fails, it's already failing right now anyway. What you have to be able to trade in goods and services is going to be extremely valuable. But watch this. If you're in these population centers, the cities, you already got gangs. You already got roving mobs. Most people, we refer to it as the zombie apocalypse. You're going to have people that's going to band together, and they're going to start going from house to house. And when money fell, there's no rule of law. You ain't going to dial 911. The police is not designed to protect you and help you. That's another switch you need to flip in your head up there. These mobs are going to come and take what you got. And of course, I've always said this. I said it once, I said it 1,000 times. It's amazing the mindset of people today. You're warning people, you're telling them to prepare, You're telling them to get themselves together, change their mind, and the first thing they say is, well, if things go bad, we'll just come out there to you. No, you ain't either. Because to me, that is the heightened sense of selfishness. For me to spend all these decades preparing, and I've been warning you and telling you to do it, and you didn't think it was important for you to do it because you were just living your life in pleasure, for foolishness and frivolity. And I'm supposed to sit there and give you what I've been preparing for my people and my family and what I got? No, that's selfishness. You know, it reminds me, most of you can tell people don't read the Bible because it tells you about, there's a parable now in Matthew 25 about the 5 wise and the 5 foolish, and it was 10 virgins. And 5 of them didn't want to prepare, didn't think it was all right. And then when it came down to it, they asked the wise, the one that were prepared, give us your oil. And then the 5 wise said to the foolish that asked them for it, no, you know where to go and buy. You know exactly where to go and get it, go and buy. And when they went to go and buy, the bridegroom came and they were shut outside the door. Most of you probably ain't never heard much about that at all in your life. But that's something in the Bible right there to tell you that I'm not going to be sitting up here, and other people are not going to sit up there and invite you to come into their home, and you coming empty-handed, and you just showing up and saying, here we are, here we is. And you've got an unchanged mind, you've got an unconverted mind, you got an unconverted thought process, and you still are bent hell on selfishness. And so, you actually believe and think that we're going to put up with your mindset that don't think like we do? You're not disciplined. You're not on the same sheet of music, and you're going to bring that spirit here? Man, it will be chaos. Chaos. So prepare. Get yourselves ready. And continue to keep preparing, because right now we're fortunate to be able to do that.